Coming up, the Hope Scholarship sees an increase because of the lottery, and Mitt Romney wins 3 primaries. Your News Valdosta starts right now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Daryl Tubana II. The record Mega Millions jackpot has generated $25.2 million for the Hope Scholarship and pre-kindergarten program in the state, reported Georgia Lottery officials. Officials said that the $656 million jackpot, the biggest in U.S. history, helped Georgia's lottery's highest week of sales in its 20-year history. Sales soared to $115 million for the week ending March 31st. So far, no one has claimed the jackpot, even though winning tickets were sold in Kansas, Illinois, and Maryland. Mitt Romney tries to bring the GOP nomination battle closer to an end by sweeping 3 contests on Tuesday. But his chief rival wants to take the fight at least one more round. Karen Kafer reports from Washington, home to one of Tuesday's 3 contests.
We won them all.
It's a clean sweep for Mitt Romney. The frontrunner in the GOP presidential race took all 3 of Tuesday's contests, adding Wisconsin, Maryland, and the District of Columbia to his list of primary wins.
Join me in the next step toward that destination of November 6th, when across America we can give a sigh of relief and know that the promise of America has been kept.
Whether Romney's big night is enough to bring the Republican nominating fight closer to closure is another story. While Newt Gingrich and Ron Paul have scaled back their campaigning, Rick Santorum has continued to forge ahead. And despite Tuesday's setbacks, will be aiming for a showdown in his home state of Pennsylvania in 3 weeks.
Pennsylvania and half the other people in this country have yet to be heard. And we're going to go out and campaign here and across this nation to make sure that their voices are heard in the next few months.
Lacking a real presumptive nominee after 3 months of contests, the chairman of the Republican National Committee says the long battle has actually had some benefits.
At the end of the day, we've got a Republican primary process that has allowed us to accumulate more volunteers, more people going to caucuses, which is going to help us defeat Barack Obama in November.
The next round of Republican primaries takes place on April 24th. 5 contests with New York, the biggest prize. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafer.
Justin Stewart, a Worth County officer, was arrested yesterday for selling Oxycontin. Stewart is facing a felony charge of possession of a firearm knife during the crime and a felony charge of selling Oxycontin. He also faces 2 misdemeanor charges of possession and use of Oxycontin and drugs not in the original container. The details of the arrest have not been disclosed as of yet. Stewart went before a judge this morning to hear the charges against him. During this 40-day legislative session, state lawmakers passed 200 major bills, but one bill that did not make the cut was a bill that would have stiffened ethics rules for elected officials. The ethics bill would have placed a $100 cap on lobbyist gifts to lawmakers. Several others that did not pass include a measure that would have lifted restrictions on carrying guns to the state capitol and other places, and a bill which stipulated that money collected for scrap tires, for instance, would go to its intended purpose, landfill cleanup. Coming up, devastating tornadoes tear through Texas, and a group of Albuquerque firefighters make a charitable donation. Stay with us.
I just really think you should go by yourself next time.
I can't leave you here alone by yourself.
I was alone there. What difference does it make?
Relationships can be challenging, especially when one of you has a chronic illness.
Seems so long ago.
If a chronic illness is driving you apart, call 1-800-344-4867 because a healthy relationship matters.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. The greater Dallas area is being surveyed for damages along with plans for search and rescue after a series of violent tornadoes touched down in North Texas yesterday. According to National Weather Service in Dallas-Fort Worth, between 6 and 13 tornadoes might have touched down yesterday, flattening homes, sucking up tractor trailers, and sending debris whirling through the air. CNN meteorologist Sean Morris estimated that the tornadoes at their strongest were EF1 and EF2 twisters. Although this is fairly weak when it comes to tornadoes, they still managed to lift thousands of pounds worth of trailers into the air. Although 3 people were taken to an Arlington hospital and at least 150 homes destroyed, there are no reports of deaths so far, according to the mayors of Dallas and Arlington. 2 top sports officials and many others are dead after an early suicide bombing in Somalia. The explosion took place in the national's capital, Mogadishu, in a newly reopened theater. The Prime Minister of Somalia was in the room at the time of the bombing, but is unharmed. A group of Albuquerque firefighters won $10,000 of the Mega Millions jackpot and donated part of it to a fellow firefighter diagnosed with a rare brain tumor. After playing the lottery at the last minute and nearly missing the number readings, they almost believed it was an early April Fool's prank since they won the day before. 24-year-old Vince Cordova is thankful to his firefighter friends for reducing the cost of specialized surgery to remove the 2 golf ball-sized tumors. And it's an increase in business for bug exterminators as the mosquitoes make an early appearance this spring. South Georgia's unusually high mosquito population can be attributed to the extremely warm winter and spring. In order to keep the mosquitoes in your yard to a minimum, exterminators say, you should avoid water buildup outside, such as in buckets or tires. If you have bird baths or other yard decorations that use still water, be sure that it does not get stagnant and change it regularly. Keeping your grass cut low also helps to keep the mosquito population down. Taking a look at your local weather, today's high is 87 degrees with a low of 67 degrees. Expect skies to be partly cloudy with a 40% chance of afternoon and evening showers. Coming up, South Georgia Medical Center hosts a self-help program and a look at your campus events. Stay with us.
From Maine to Maui, thousands of high school students across the country are getting in on the action by volunteering in their communities.
It's great helping others, and it feels good too. Are you in? Whoa!
Anyone can do it. All it takes is a little time. Are you in?
Action teams of high school students are joining Volunteers of America and Major League Baseball players to help train and inspire the next generation of volunteers.
It's easy to start an action team at your school, so you too can get in on the action.
Are you in? Get in on the action at actionteam.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Daryl T. Bonner II. South Georgia Medical Center is hosting a self-help program for women undergoing cancer treatment this Monday morning. The program, Look Good, Feel Better, is designed to help improve women's self-esteem and quality of life during chemotherapy, radiation, or other forms of treatment. What started in 1987 with a single patient has now grown to servicing over 700,000 patients in the United States alone. The program is free to all women undergoing treatment for cancer and will begin at 6 o'clock p.m. in the SGMC dining rooms. Taking a look at our campus events. After a victory at the regional championship in Atlanta, marking 18 consecutive years, the Students in Free Enterprise team, also known as SIFE at VSU, will compete in May at the 2012 SIFE USA National Exposition. If VSU's SIFE team wins the National Cup, they may compete at the international level at the SIFE World Cup. On Friday, the Department of Physics, Astronomy, and Geosciences will present its last public planetarium show for the 2011-2012 year. Spring stargazing will be held at 7, 8, and 9 p.m., and seats are on a first-come, first-served basis due to the limited number of seats. The planetarium is located on the 3rd floor at Nevins Hall. Come support your Blazer tennis teams today. There is a Gulf South Conference match at the tennis complex at 2 p.m. The Blazers are facing off against the University of New Orleans Privateers. U.S. researchers have created robot squirrels to help them find out how real ones interact with their main predators, the rattlesnake. The lifelike robot was created by a team from the University of California. It can replicate 2 behaviors of a squirrel when they are confronted by a rattlesnake. Robo-Squirrel joins a growing list of robot animals that the University of California has created, which includes a robot lizard. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Daryl T. Bonner II. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.